Hey guys, Decov13 here, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Soul Hackers 2. Alright, so we're gonna head over to Axis now because Flamma wants to talk to us. So, let's see what Fig found out from Mangetsu's smartphone.
I'm here.
That's everyone. Let's get right to it then. There's something I'd like to explain.
So you finished repairing the smartphone?
Yes, technically.
Technically.
Technically. Wait, is it fixed or not?
I'll get to that, but I need to explain things in order. First, about the data I recovered. There was indeed data on the phone concerning the Purple Covenant. I'll summarize the contents.
Before you do, why meet here of all places?
Because the location is convenient.
Uh-huh.
Keep going, Fig.
Right. I suppose I'll get straight to the point. The Purple Covenant is inside of you, Arrow.
Yeah, I had a feeling. The way Mangetsu said, Arrow's our secret weapon. That's probably why he was keeping track of Arrow.
Huh? Me?
Wait, didn't we watch that thing get destroyed or something? How did it end up inside him?
Let's hear what Fig has to say.
Arrow, you used to be one of Mangetsu's assistants during his research on the Covenants.
What?
What?
But shortly after you relocated, the Covenant research facility was raided, and by none other than Iron Mask. Among those present at the facility was Mangetsu, who held the Purple Covenant, his assistant, who held the Blue, and you, Arrow. You were there as well. But Mangetsu's assistant was killed by Iron Mask, and the Blue Covenant was taken. Mangetsu knew that it was only a matter of time before they came for the Purple Covenant, too. So it was at that moment he chose to put 3 different branches of his research into practice. The first was the duplication of a covenant. The second was the transfer of a covenant. And the third was the sealing of a covenant. Following his own theory, Mangetsu duplicated the Purple Covenant. In other words, he made a copy, or to be even more precise, a dummy. After which, Mangetsu absorbed the dummy. He then concentrated the real Purple Covenant into his arm and cut it off, allowing it to transfer to you, Arrow.
Huh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You can take a covenant just by hacking off a limb? The hell? Basically died for nothing then.
If you treat your will, or rather, your soul, as the core of the body's senses, then yes, it's possible, in theory. However, it would have required intense mental training to perform. You wouldn't have been able to learn it in just a day or two.
That makes sense.
So by sacrificing his arm, he essentially tricked the Covenant. No, he tricked his own body into thinking it was dead.
I referenced this theory when I transferred the Yellow Covenant to myself, too. And not only that, I'd never have been able to generate the virus without the findings Mangetsu left us.
Guess he technically got his revenge in the end then. Even dying couldn't stop his plans. No wonder they called him a legend. And that's why Mangetsu was keeping tabs on Arrow too. He was keeping track of the Purple Covenant.
Correct. And this is also when I discovered that Zenin was only carrying the dummy Mangetsu created all that time ago. That's why I was able to give the Yellow Covenant to Iron Mask.
This also explains why the Purple Covenant disappeared despite them being indestructible. It's because it was never a covenant to begin with.
But wait, I can't have a covenant inside me. If I did, Fig or Zenin would have seen it.
I guess that relates to the third part, sealing the Covenant away. Because it didn't even leave his body when he died.
That's where the third branch of Mangetsu's research comes into play. The sealing of a covenant.
Sealing?
After the covenant was transferred to you, Arrow, Mangetsu sealed it.
Are you kidding? Now it's like you can do just about anything you want with covenants.
That's our fault for making assumptions about them when we really didn't understand anything yet. This is the life's work of a true expert. We should be thankful someone put in the time and effort so we don't have to. Alright, Fig. What's next?
Right. It just so happens that when a covenant is sealed, It loses its light, and can no longer be sensed from the outside.
Meaning the holder wouldn't be able to sense other covenants either, huh? But how does that relate to memory loss?
The exact cause is unclear, but it appears to be a side effect from the sealing. It seems this coincided with Mangetsu's goal to hide the Covenant.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier to hide if you didn't know about it.
Mangetsu's smartphone included details on the unsealing process as well. But unfortunately, I was unable to restore that data.
Ah. So that Covenant's gonna remain sealed inside of Arrow then.
Oh.
So some things are impossible even for Ion.
When it comes to magic, very few actual experiences have been recorded. Even with my abilities, I couldn't approximate the data gaps left by the damage.
But we can't just give up. Right, Fig?
Right. If we could observe Mangetsu sealing the Purple Covenant inside of Arrow for ourselves, then we would have the actual experience we need.
So, you think maybe it's in Arrow's soul matrix?
That should be enough to replicate the unsealing process.
By unsealing the Covenant, Arrow's memories will return, and the Soul Matrix will normalize.
Ah, so that's why we're here. So we gotta operate on Arrow's soul again. Makes sense.
Operate?
So, how are we supposed to view Arrow's lost memories?
We'll create a temporary bridge across the memory gap. We can then try to access the memories on the other side.
There was a weird gap that only appeared in Arrow's soul matrix.
Yeah, that's true.
But there was no way across, no matter where I looked. I bet that's where we find the path to those memories on the Purple Covenant. Do you remember that one time when I collapsed?
Yeah, it was right after I came back to life. Was pretty freaky.
That was caused by Arrow's missing memories too, wasn't it?
Affirmative.
So, what are the risks?
Building a temporary bridge is an untested measure. It is currently unclear what potential effects this could have on Arrow's mind. And of course, the same risk applies to Ringo as well, since her mind is linked to his.
Great, so it's a total shot in the dark. What's the plan, Ringo?
Yeah, let's break the seal.
We break the seal. That runs us the risk of getting discovered, but it also allows us to track down Iron Mask. But, having said that, this is about you, Arrow. So I think you should be the one to decide.
Could I have some time to think about it? This is a lot to take in all at once. I need to clear my head.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Let's regroup later then.
Alright, Soul Matrix has expanded. New gate for Arrow has been unlocked. New hangout event. So we're almost at 60 with everyone. Oh, Flamma wants to talk.
Ringo?
The restoration of the comp you previously recovered has been completed. Ringo, in order to prevent further obstruction to Ion's data collection efforts, we request that you slay the target demon. Oh, 46. I mean, I'll take it.
Let me explain.
He is the last target of the comp's previous owner, Akira. Pazuzu the Vile. Having consolidated various data, Ion has determined that this is the source of all the interference. According to legend, Pazuzu possesses a most malevolent nature and reigns over the southeastern wind. Legend also claims that he is a demon lord who kills humans via possession, by which he drives his victims mad to the point of suicide. Though his intentions are unknown, there is no question that he has interfered with our objectives. Based on the data retrieved from Akira's comp, we have determined that Pazuzu can be found at Tower C of the Ozaki Hope Towers.
Understood?
Location data for Tower C was found in the comp's memory. It should prove useful. Alright, Ozaki Hope Towers, Tower C. Once you are finished with the comp, it may be best to return it to its rightful owner. No doubt you feel it as well. We are getting closer to accomplishing our mission.
Urgent action
It
required.
would be wise to take care of this matter and any unfinished business sooner rather than later. Okay. For now... Oh, I want to go to Bar Hadron, because we do have some hangout events.
Welcome.
I actually got one because I finished the, that third Eliza quest off screen, and I got one for completing that, so... We have Arrow and Milady and Arrow and Saiza. Okay, well I do need points with Milady, so hopefully this will give me 2. Push it to 60.
Got a sec?
Hey, so do you two like movies?
Ah.
Interested in movies now, are we?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Remember how we met that movie star through the request at Madame Ginkgo's? I've been kind of curious about him since. Movies, huh? Truth be told, I don't watch them too often. Figures you don't. Shame you're so unrefined.
What?
You want to say that again?
No fighting.
Alright, enough. Stop trying to pick a fight at every turn. I'll have you know I've got a favorite movie too.
Can I ask something?
Ooh, do you? Go on then. What's it called?
I like it.
Pochi the Loyal Dog. It's an older one. I'm guessing that's her favorite movie too.
Brings back memories.
When I was a kid, I went to go see it with some friends from the orphanage. Wasn't expecting to be so touched by how loyal Pochi was. And oh man, the popcorn we had. It was amazing, all caramel coated and whatnot.
I'm curious.
So Pochi the Loyal Dog. I'm gonna have to check that one out. What about you, Milady?
Huh?
Huh? Me? Right. Well, yes. It's not Pochi the Loyal Dog, that's for sure. That movie's nothing but cheap commercial entertainment.
Disgusting.
I mean, come on. That last scene where Pochi's drawing his last breath as he's buried more and more into the snow is so forced. The director should be strung up by his heels. A little harsh, don't you think? Alright then, Milady, what's your favorite? Well, mine is... It's a French New Wave film. Those are obviously the best. I bet it's complicated just for the sake of it. A poser. I'm sorry, poseur. Like you could never understand what makes Pochi so great. You're damn right. I don't get it at all. Thank goodness. Jesus, you two. You like Pochi, don't you, Milady?
Milady?
You like Pochi the Loyal Dog, don't you, Milady? Maybe you used to watch it with Iron Mask? What? That's...
Oh, come on.
Nah, no way. Milady only likes the artsy stuff. Yeah, guess I'll just leave it at that.
Welcome.
Aw, 1 point shy of 60.
Saizo.
Hey, Saizo. Glad things worked out between you and Ash.
Thanks.
Thanks, Arrow. You too, Ringo. Still a lot of work to do, but I say I've at least earned myself a drink. Arrow's really been rooting for you two since the beginning, huh?
Right.
Yeah, I guess so. I wanted to make sure they got a chance to connect. Sounds like that's coming from what happened with Kaburagi.
Well...
Probably, yeah. Kaburagi and I were past the point of talking anything out. But Saizo and Ash, they still had that chance. Kaburagi really believed in the Phantom Society. That's why he was with them and why we had to fight. But Ash's guilt was the only thing pushing her that far. Driven by faith or driven by guilt. Both of them just did what they thought was best.
What?
You think?
Yeah.
Yeah, best for the world or best for who they cared about. I guess that's where all this conflict comes from. Everyone's got different ideas of what's best for everybody. Man, this is complicated.
Yeah.
They were willing to fight for their beliefs. That's all. Humans are so illogical. There's so much I still don't get, but I keep ending up with more questions than answers. You guys are turning my brain into a sea urchin.
What?
I have no idea what that's supposed to mean.
But...
Don't worry, I'm fine with it. Means for now, I'm about as illogical as the rest of you. And some things you can only recognize by thinking that way.
Huh?
Like what?
Hey,
For example, I can tell you and Ash understand each other better now. You both want what's best, but now that means the same thing to both of you. Got that right. Alright, I think before we move on, I want to do some requests. So let's head to Club Cretaceous.
Please, come in.
Alright, all's fair in love and commerce.
As to this
Another delivery request from Lena. She wanted me to ask for you specifically. Okay.
I humbly ask this
Thank
of
you. Head over to Yang Yang Palace when you can.
This is a request.
That request is
from
from
a fellow
Saki.
summoner.
I believe you supported a previous bounty hunting assignment of hers. This time she specifically requested your help in eliminating a certain dark summoner.
humbly ask this
You
of
must
you.
have made quite an impression if she's addressing her request specifically to you. It seems she trusts you a great deal. I can only imagine this job requires a significant level of competence. Someone she can rely on.
Make certain you go
Remember not to let
prepared.
your guard down. As before, the client should be waiting for you in Shinsando.
Do you understand?
The client this time is the summoner Kyuta. He had another request recently regarding some sort of quiz. Once again, the job seems to require an extensive knowledge of demons.
I humbly ask
Please
this
make your
of
way
you.
over to Ropo Realm.
Do you have any? Please.
I'll leave
come again.
Unforgettable for now. So let's head over to Ropo Realm first.
Yo.
Oh, you're the lady from last time. Good, I need your help again. I found the location of the inheritance by following that map we got. Believe it or not, it brought me to another locked box. This time there's 4 questions keeping me out.
Basically,
So if we want to get it open, we'll have to pass this quiz.
it's on you.
Same rules as last time. Let me know when you're ready.
Yo.
Alright, all set? Let's do it. Question 1. What is the name of the demon said to seduce men born from the demon Lilith? Now it's Lilim. Question 2. Nato Taiji is a Chinese heroic god in the form of a young boy. Whom did he fight? I mean, it's obviously not Ku Lane. I think it was Sun Wukong. Question 3. The raptor Mushu Wu was supposedly a girl who never knew love. What is she known to drain from her victims? What 2 things is the Greek god Dionysius associated with? Oh, drink and theater. Alright, I'm gonna put in the answers.
No good.
Still
It's
locked.
on you.
Alright. Yeah, let me go check some of these. Some of them I'm a little unfamiliar with.
This
So, not the Taishi. Yeah, okay, I was right on that one. So he fought Wukong. Okay, so I guess the one I was wrong was Mushu.
this demon.
Suck out their brains. Okay.
Until next time.
Yo.
Hey, it opened. Awesome. It's another map. Why did Dad have to make this so complicated? It's always been like that. Honestly, I used to think he was a shitty father. But now that he's gone, I guess I do have fond memories of him. I'm gonna see this through to the end.
Here.
Oh yeah, here. Your reward.
See ya.
Here's hoping that inheritance isn't too far off. Oh. Alright.
All
What
wrapped up.
mystique she have now? Fire Augment 6 and 7, it looks like. Fire Arcana 5 and 6. Alright. Oh, that support extender one looked pretty good. Extend Kajin Kunda skills by 1 turn. That's a pretty interesting one. Alright, so now we have to head over to Shinsando. I believe that's where Saki is. Yep, there she is. So you came after all. Thanks for helping me out so much. This job's gonna feel pretty familiar. Just like the first time, we're taking on a dark summoner who's gone rogue. This one's a lady. Her name's Rose. Murdering other summoners, slaughtering civilians, she's left a long and bloody trail behind her. Also, she's my older sister, so there's that. Well, there you have it. Think you could take her out?
It's up to you.
There's a summoner named Wyatt over in Mansai Realm. He can tell you where to find her. What's this new thing over at
Welcome.
Zafiro? New items.
Are you Oh, bye.
Alright, so Monsai Realm. Right, we do have something at Yangang Palace too, so we'll go check. Oh, new upgrades. No.
Yo,
Oh, Ringo, the commander skill mod's just about ready. Just listen up and I'll give you the spiel.
looking great.
Using shield deployment gives your whole party a big old defense boost. Protects you from status ailments too, so no more nasty surprises.
How's this grab
If
ya?
you hate dealing with status ailments, then Ailment Purge should do the trick. If it activates, it'll cure your status ailments in battle.
Get me material.
Ooh, that's not too bad. Can I get either? No, I can't get either of those. Because we have new attack boosters. I need unicorn horns and Dakini's knives. Yeah, I think Ailment Purge is the one I'm probably gonna get. Although this does look really good.
Need anything else? Come again.
I'll have to think about which one I want to get. Alright, then Yangang Palace before I forget. Oh, right. We have someone else to talk to here as well.
to see you. What do I
Oh,
do?
so busy. What I wouldn't give for a little help around here. Speak of the devil, seems a cute little kitten's come to answer the call. I'm so happy you came, Ringo. I'd love to catch up, but let's first get down to business, shall we? I've got more delivery work for you, but there are quite a few orders this time around. I'd like you to deliver a couple of them. It's these here. Sword of Holy Light and the Blade of Ruin.
Get it handled.
You'll be going to subway line 14. One customer's waiting in the upper area, and the other will be somewhere in the lower area. And, oh yeah, a word of warning. Don't say anything more than necessary to the customers, alright? I'm guessing these are two demons that are fighting each other. Ooh, Amrita drops. Unicorn horns, of course. Ooh, and we got attack mirrors and magic mirrors, too. Of course, Girimekala Eyes and Throne. Oh, alright.
Appreciate your patronage.
So that's subway line 14.
By the way,
I think this is the guy we're looking for.
Yo!
Hello there, miss. Suppose you be the hotshot that Saki's been talking up. I have to say, you must be a hell of a summoner after all she said you can do. Sounds like you're her ace in the hole.
In any case,
Well, let's get to business. You're looking for Rose, right? Yeah, I was shocked when I found out, too. Rose and Saki are sisters. They used to be a duo together in the same summoner faction. I worked with them a couple of times myself. Still can't believe she turned traitor. But when I ran into Rose for a totally different job, she nearly killed me.
hey!
Then again, I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. Summoners getting addicted to their power is nothing new. Happens all the time. Maybe the two sisters didn't even get along that well. Maybe it was all just an assumption on my part. There's no way to tell what she was really thinking. She and Saki seemed so close, though. This has got to be hard on her, but we can't just let her go. Someone's got to close the books on this story. Yeah, sorry, caught me rambling, I guess. You're looking for info on Rose's whereabouts.
I'm counting on you.
I ran into her on the upper area of the abandoned central line. The way I figure it, that's where she'd be. Okay, so we've 14 and the central line. Let's head to 14 first. Let's see, there's one person in the upper, one person in the lower here. Let's look around the rooms.
Get ready.
I'm much higher level than these things. You'd think they wouldn't pop up every second.
Careful.
Ooh. That reminds me, I can go to Axes and get a new skill for Ringo too. I should probably do that.
Now we can relax.
Oh, Yoshitsune. Oh no, that's my Yoshitsune. I'm an idiot.
Might I have that?
No.
I overestimated.
I don't need a Kurama Tengu.
Look out! Get ready. Now
I know we need to head to a... Yeah, the Tower C, that's for Flamma's request, right? Yeah, Tower C of the Ozaki Hope Towers. Okay.
Incoming.
Here we go.
Yo.
Heard about you from Lena. So where's the Blade of Ruin? This is it. Lena's always good for this kind of stuff. It's just breathtaking. You can hear it too, right? This blade's crying out for blood.
Thanks, dude.
That high and mighty angel asshole won't know what hit him. I can't wait. Well,
Now we can
I have a
relax.
feeling he'll be
Incoming.
just fine. Wonder if he's over here. If I have to navigate all those rooms and try to find which one he is in.
Incoming. Look out! Careful. Now we can relax.
Nice, in one of the other rooms. Alright.
Incoming.
Screwed that up.
I'm the one with the intel here.
Good job, Kodama.
They
Sure.
won't know what hit them.
That's it,
You say
Saito.
so.
You got
Still
this,
with
right?
me? I was doing that anyway. Love to see it.
All right.
Looks promising.
Right
On
there,
it,
Ringo.
Saizo. Good hit.
Here goes.
Let the rebels begin. That was a joke.
Yeah, it's not gonna be down there.
Look
It's
out!
basically some lower area.
Incoming. That was close. Look out! Get ready. That was close.
Alright.
I'll follow your
Okay.
lead.
Hope you're ready.
Let's see. You like that?
How about I
Let's
just
go.
watch?
Here goes. We can win this.
Alright, there's one.
Nice. Fine. I'll get serious.
Go for the weak spot.
Too late for regrets now.
Here comes my true power!
Focus
I'll
on that
handle
one.
this.
Got it?
Want a piece of this?
Hey, there we go.
Easy win.
Nope. It's not those two rooms.
Enemy! Incoming! Careful! That was close. Enemy! Careful! Incoming! Phew.
If he was in that first room, I would feel so fucking stupid.
Enemy! Get ready!
Hope.
Phew. Enemy! Careful! Phew. Get ready!
Oh, come on.
They won't
Let's
know what
retreat.
hit 'em.
It's a tactical move.
That went well.
Look out! Incoming! Phew.
Yeah, of course it was.
Oh?
I've been waiting. You're here to deliver the Sword of Holy Light, correct? I appreciate you bringing this to me. It's rather difficult for us to be out in the city.
Just
The glimmer of this sword alone, even just a glance, is enough to cleanse the soul. At last I will finally put an end to my quarrel with that wretched devil. But before that, I must pray to the Lord. Alright. Let's go to the other line. Find Saki. Or, Rose.
Look out!
I didn't specify what area she was in.
That was close. Enemy! Incoming!
It's not here. I gotta remember not to go all the way on the
Brace
other
yourselves.
side.
Incoming!
Oh, come the fuck on.
That was close.
Just spawn the dangerous enemy right in front of the fucking door.
Look out! Now we can relax.
The other one's just Mangetsu's lab.
Careful. Phew. Incoming! That was close.
Doesn't seem
Enemy.
like she's here.
Now we can relax.
Although... She on that subway platform?
Enemy! Get ready!
Nah, you know, it's really not worth it for me to fight these fucking things. Where are you going?
Now we can relax.
No, I don't see anything down here. Probably in this last room. Or not. Upper area of the central line.
Careful! An enemy! Incoming! That was close. Incoming!
So she's in the last room.
Incoming! That was close. Enemy! That was close. Careful!
I'm still tracking stuff. Turn that off. The fuck am I tracking? Oh, Halfus. There she is.
What?
Who are you? Go away. I have no business with you. Now I see what's going on. Saki's still trying to get other summoners to do her dirty work. Alright, I see how it is. She's just a coward after all. Oh, Saki, always one step ahead of me. Always so perfect. I was jealous of her. Of everything she had. Everything she could do. I can't tell you how many times I dreamed of murdering her. And that's when I realized it. Why bother trying to fight this hate? Why fight it when it can make me stronger than she will ever be? Now I've got real power. I can change the entire world to suit me if I want to. Nobody will ever look down on me again. And now, not even Saki can stand up to me. I'm finally better than her. That's exactly why she's weak. But you have a point. It's not much of a victory if I can't choke the life out of her with my own hands. Say, that gives me a great idea. I'm going to kill you. And when she sends someone else, I'll kill them next. She can't keep hiding behind her mercenaries forever. Saki's gotta show up eventually, right? Then I can finally rip her apart.
Come forth.
Well, let's go. If Saki hasn't gotten the message, then I'll send her your head in a box.
I know we can
You
win
don't
this.
have to tell me.
How's this gonna go?
Got a hunch?
Let's stay cautious. We're lacking intel on this one.
Wait, aren't you
Sometimes you gotta risk
physical?
it.
Figures.
No, you block physical.
What do you think?
got
I'm
it.
an idiot.
Hope this
How's
works.
fire work on you guys?
How dare you?
Oh, you're both weak to fire.
What's our opener?
Let's go.
I hate
I won't
Here
stop
goes.
you,
Nice.
but let's roll.
Feeling lucky?
I hate
Freeze.
coin flips.
Damn it!
We dice.
Out of my way. I'm gonna take a break.
Come at me.
Okay, that's fine.
All right then.
Don't underestimate me.
Mystic
Come at
voodoo.
me.
Oh, cool.
What are you thinking?
Okay.
Ooh, that'll work.
You know what to
Time
do.
to improvise.
Woo. Just what I needed.
You know what? I think I'm gonna swap these around a bit. Oh, I can't. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh well.
Ready to go.
This'll turn the tables.
Let's go for stack optimization.
Woo. Let's
Just
change
what I
this
need.
up.
This should do it.
I know we can
Here
win
goes.
this.
That should
We know the
This oughta
weaknesses
be
now.
good. Medium rare, coming up.
How dare you!
We gotta win this. No matter what's to go with that.
Newer, yeah.
Looks
good
promising.
plan.
Take him down, boss.
Sure thing, Saizo. Thought so.
I won't. Let's go.
I know we can win this.
Let's go.
Careful what you think that'll work.
I hope this works.
Might as well test
Is
it.
that really-
Careful.
Eat this.
We don't know how this will go. You must be hungry. Some nerve.
Oh, there we go.
Come, my servants!
Oh, Quetzalcoatl.
You know the
You
drill.
don't have
Take
to
it
tell
away.
me.
Best to go with that note.
Don't give me orders.
You know what you're doing.
Not bad. Go time. In my sights.
Damn you.
What's
Let's
our
roll.
See that terror in their eyes?
Go for it, Ringo.
Got it, Arrow. Damn it!
You know what
Let's
to
go.
do. You think that'll...
Careful.
Don't get in
we
my
don't know
way.
how this will go.
Alright, force.
Come, my perplexed
How
dog
dare
servants.
you! It's time. Give me your best shot.
Oh, repelling magic attacks. Alright, only on her though.
Come at me.
We're taking. Yeah, good plan.
Give it a shot.
You gonna try it out?
Alright, you repel that.
As long as we work together, we got this.
We gotta
I
win
got
this.
this.
No matter what.
Help me out here.
Oh, I don't have any Dekaja stuff, huh? That kind of sucks.
All set,
That's
Saizo?
what I needed.
This
This
ought
should
to
be
be
all
all
right.
you want.
They're
Here
strong.
goes.
Be on your guard.
You know what to do.
I'll handle this.
Nice. I'm not your babysitter. Time to get serious. Try all you want. You know what to
Okay.
do.
Oh, you.
Go for it,
Yeah,
Arrow.
this could work. There it is.
Out of my way.
Alright, Quetzalcoatl's almost dead. She's summoning.
Come, my servants.
Oh, that's Taishi. Good move.
Let's change this up.
Hey, nice.
What's our
I'm
opening?
not your babysitter.
We're lacking.
Sometimes you gotta risk it. Ready to... All right.
Good idea.
You know what
I
to
hear
do.
you. Problem solved.
You know what to
This
do.
power. Got a hunch?
Eat this.
We let's roll.
Good idea.
Accessing data. Freeze!
You're better than I thought.
Out of my way.
Almost takes care of her.
Power up. All right.
Oh, forced glyph.
Are you even trying?
Cute,
I know
Here
we can win
goes.
this.
but ultimately useless.
Don't know to. Might as well test it.
Got it. What's our
I'm
opening?
not your babysitter.
Sometimes you gotta risk
Might
it.
as well just finish it.
I lost.
Guess I'm out of their league.
Oh, I still got the Gemma's Fist from that. Nice. The deed is done. Report back to Saki. Alright, that's all the skills. Or requests for now, I guess. Well, most of them anyway. Alright, so... Yingling Palace.
You're always so cute. Good work.
Good job. Looks like you followed orders too. How do I know? Well, you wouldn't be back this early if you hadn't.
Oh,
Oh, Ringo, don't be
my.
such a prude. I'm just a merchant. They demand and I supply. Provided they pay, that is. Besides, there's no way those two don't know. They might pretend they don't, but they're both pretty good at keeping a lid on things they don't want to deal with. The sun will always come up and it will always go down, you know.
That's business.
That's just how the world works. Hope you learned something with all this, Ringo.
See you!
Alright. Stock's discounted.
Come
A new
again!
hangout event. Alright, so let's go back over to our Hadron. Oh, so it really is over. Sorry for roping you into such an ugly job. It should have been me. I should have been the one to bring her down, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. I know she lost herself to that power. I know she wasn't who she used to be, but still. You really are something else. Wish we'd had that kind of strength. Maybe then things wouldn't have turned out like this. You remember what I said before after the rock contract? That there was no point trying to understand someone who lacked willpower? Well, I think I was wrong. Maybe that innocence of yours has the power to save people after all. Like it did for me.
Thanks so much.
Thanks. For what it's worth, I'm glad you were the one I trusted with this.
See ya.
See you, Ringo. Alright, let's do these hangout events. Hopefully one of these is with Melody.
Welcome.
Hey, there we go.
By the way,
Lena's really a one-of-a-kind lady, huh?
Huh?
Lena. Lena who? You know Lena?
what?
Whoa, relax. I mean Lena from Yang Yang Palace, obviously. You don't remember her? Oh, right. Yeah, of course you mean her. You're so weird, Saizo. Anyway, plenty of people in the Devil Summoner community seem strange, but Lena's especially mysterious.
Hey,
Wonder where she gets all her wares. Saizo?
you okay?
Hello? Earth to Saizo? You feeling okay? Sorry. Just got a shiver down my spine. Yeah, I try to stay away from her. I've kind of got some history.
What?
What, with Lena? Yeah, see, I signed up to help her restock a little while back. It was just supposed to be a quick and easy delivery, but then... Ah! Saizo?
No!
Sorry. Not like me to get all freaked out like that. But long story short, that whole mess almost got me killed by Ash, even before all this Covenant stuff.
I'm curious.
What, no details? You got me super curious now.
Don't forget.
Listen, Ringo. Some things in this world you can afford to be curious about. And some other things are better left untouched. And this one's the latter. Don't go chasing your curiosity, because once Pandora's box gets opened, there's no going back. Look, the point is we're done talking about this. Am I clear? Don't bring this up ever again. Promise me. Promise me! Okay. Jesus Christ, Saizo. Yeah, and a new hangout event.
Welcome.
Don't tell me we're gonna talk to Arrow and Melody about it.
Arrow?
Say, Arrow, any reason you're so slow out in the field?
What?
What?
Let me be clear.
I mean, we are a team for now, so it won't have you dragging your feet all the time.
No.
Think you're just moving too fast.
That's wrong.
No, you're too slow.
What?
Give me a break. Seriously, had I not backed you up that one time, you'd have been... I didn't ask for your help. Hey, Hughes, I'm throwing in the towel. Tag in. Both seem like they're having fun to me.
Huh?
You're joking, right? Just look at them.
Just between us.
I've known both of them since before you started coming here. I don't think I've ever seen them so lively until now.
What?
Melody, I get, but wasn't Arrow usually here with Kaburagi?
Hmm.
He was. This seems different. Their relationship was a special one after all. Arrow and Kaburagi were both lonely, even together. Granted, I'm sure they had partners and teammates they looked up to. Still, I don't think either of them had any friends. No rivals to butt heads with, you know? Rivals. Come on, Yatagarasu's little puppy. Bite back.
What? Melody, you, idiot.
Wretches.
Real wordsmith, aren't you? Friends, huh? And you gave for Melody.
I don't think so.
What are you talking about, Melody? Have you ever even tried their soup? It's the best thing on the menu.
No.
You're such an old man. Of course you would fixate on the saltiest thing there. I don't know why anyone would go there for anything but the curry. What's got you two worked up? Something wrong with that guy? Saizo. Yeah, we better stay on our toes.
What?
What are you talking about? He just looked like a regular guy to me.
Nope.
Think again. That guy was bad news. Listen, Ringo. If you can't tell someone's threat level at a glance, then you're still just an amateur. That's badass.
I get it.
That's badass. I bet that takes some serious skill.
What?
What, you think so? Feels pretty normal to me. So it's just intuition then? Getting bad feelings about a situation? I always have trouble with stuff you can't really quantify. Well, here's hoping I can keep learning from... Whoa, you two are on edge. I got the impression you two are at the top of your game, so it's weird seeing you look so paranoid.
Keep your guard up.
Please, I'm nowhere near the top of the food chain. The further up in the ranks you go, the more you...
No way!
What, again? How many of them are there? Yeah, got a lot of big players out today. Madame Ginkgo did just put out a request to take out some Dark Summoners, so... There's a good chance they're being targeted by... targeted by another faction. Something wrong, Ringo?
Come on!
Now it's just annoying. If nobody's gonna finish their sentences, then I'm out of here.
Guess that's true.
Yeah, probably for the best. Hard to enjoy a drink in the middle of a mess like this.
Don't forget it.
Just remember, Ringo. This is what it's like to be a summoner. Uh-huh. Sure. Oh, man. Alright, for now, let's just head back over to the hideout. Because it doesn't seem like there's another story thing there for now.
Hey, Ringo. Something's been bugging me. Based on what Fig was saying, Iron Mask should have had the Blue Covenant, right? But Zenin had the blue. We all saw that. And Iron Mask is obviously still alive.
Yeah, so he figured out some way to transfer his Covenant.
So how did he transfer the Covenant to Zenin? Did he use some fancy trick like Mangetsu?
Melody?
That seems unlikely. Mangetsu's research on the Covenants was extensive and complex, as was his understanding of the mind, memory, and other abstractions. It would have been extremely difficult for Iron Mask to match his level of understanding in a single year alone.
But how'd he transfer his Covenant to the Zoma then?
Let's see. The Iron Mask we know is a fake. Maybe Zenin killed Iron Mask. Oh, shoot. Oh, the Iron Mask we know is a fake?
Maybe the Iron Mask we know is a fake. That's assuming it was the real Iron Mask who killed Mangetsu's assistant and got the Blue Covenant in the first place.
She's right. The real Iron Mask
What?
is already dead. The man behind that mask now is an imposter.
Oh.
Man, how many plot twists is this now? All I
Seriously?
can do is laugh.
So it really was true.
That would explain a lot of things.
It happened before you Agents of Ion showed up. Iron Mask suddenly stopped seeing me in person.
Probably because you'd instantly see he didn't have the Blue Covenant anymore.
That, and he probably knew he couldn't keep up the charade in front of me.
So that's why you were on the run from Phantom.
Yes. I wanted my Covenant to go to my Iron Mask. No one else.
But if you knew that this whole time, Why didn't you say anything?
All you needed to know was that Iron Mask was gathering the Covenants, and he needed to be stopped. Am I wrong? As long as you've got all the actors and props you need. Nobody cares who's wearing the costumes, right?
So the reason you're going after Iron Mask is...
He killed her Iron Mask.
I will make him pay. But that doesn't matter right now. We were discussing what we do about the Purple Covenant.
Yeah.
What's it going to be, Arrow?
I think I want to try Flamma's idea. Saizo asked about potential risks to unsealing the Covenant. It sounds like there might not be any real benefit to it anyway. But I need to know why I'm here. Why I'm alive. I think if I'm going to see this fight through, I have to do this.
Because remember back, one of the conditions of the world ending was Arrow's death.
Alright. Then let's head to the Soul Matrix.
Because yeah, if Arrow was dead, then we wouldn't be able to recover his covenant. You get from Milady. You requested Club Cretaceous. Alright. Alright. I do want to hit the Axis real quick. Just so I get a new skill for Ringo.
Confirming. Our objective is to break through uncharted territory in the Arrow sector within the Soul Matrix. From there, we'll access Arrow's memory and learn how to unseal his covenant.
Understood.
Nothing to worry about. We got his back.
Let's go.
Alright.
What do you desire, Ringo? New function unlocked.
So let's see, we have physical stack and a stoma. Ooh, demon skill unlock 2 next. I'll get physical stack
Interesting.
first. When you look at human history, you can see it's really all defined by technology. Even a comp's just a computer slapped onto a weapon. Couldn't you say the same of Ion? Your body alone is quite a feat of technological complexity.
Well...
Humans are so simple-minded. No matter what it really is, as long as it takes the form of a human, they'll get attached to it. I know, I'm impressive. Wait, Milady, did you just admit you're attached to me?
Hey!
I was speaking in general.
What do you
Ooh, and I
desire,
can't get a new
Ringo?
summoner skill. Let's fucking
function
go! Initiator stack. When an ally's bonus attack succeeds, 1 to 2 demons join the stack. Fucking demon skill unlock 2, baby.
I'm curious.
Wonder what goes through the demons' minds when they're fused. As far as I can tell, it doesn't really bother them that much. Personally, though, I'd rather die. Fair enough. But wait, if we fused you and Saizo, we might actually get a well-balanced guy out of it.
Hey, come on.
Please don't. Though, I guess demons aren't that different from people. They've all got their own values.
That's true.
Yeah, and it's hard enough for humans to understand each other. But demons and humans? That's gonna be a hard gap to cross.
What do you desire, Ringo?
So what do we got? Oh, not a redo of the Zenin fight. Oh, fuck me. That's gonna be fun. Alright, what do we have?
Anomaly detected.
So, Quartz Bangle. Any of these give new demons to
Anomaly
fuse? Shard Pendant.
Anomaly.
And Chain Gloves. Okay, so there's no more demon fusions, I take it. And then I also have targets from their previous blocks as well that I haven't looked into yet.
What do you desire, Ringo?
Alright,
In the name
I think
of
what I want to do
evolution.
first. Because we do have 2 blocks, 2 new blocks to navigate through for everyone. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. I think I do want to level... Yeah, you know what? I want to level up first, and I want to do these requests that are at Club Cretaceous now. Because let's go take a look at those before I end off for today.
Good to see you.
Okay, so we have 3 new ones. So Night of Living
The power
Snowman.
of a summoner is
Detective
required.
Masayoshi has come to us once again. Seems we have another case of a demon harming humans. You've helped quite a few people out there. I'd say you've made a bit of a reputation for yourself as a summoner. This may be a difficult request, but I think you should be capable of handling it now. I'd like you to handle this matter as soon as possible, for the sake of the people it's affecting. Okay, so yeah, we're getting up to 46 now for our required.
The rest is as you would expect. As to this request...
There's another request from Victor. As usual, he wishes for you to assist him in his research. However, he also mentioned that this time will likely be the last. I'm not sure what he's up to, but will you assist him once more?
I humbly ask this of you.
This time will be... So I guess we're coming... Are we coming up on Endgame? Kind of weird. Oh, Ash! Alright, the client this time is around is someone you know quite well, as the Devil Summoner Ash has asked for your help. It seems the request is some relation to your companion Saizo. Huh.
I humbly ask this.
To start, it would probably be best to meet Ash in Ropo Realm and ask her for the details. Might as well take this one, too.
For this job, the client is asking for your team specifically. The Devil Summoner in question would like your assistance investigating an abandoned building. It sounds like this mission will be quite significant for our client. If you do accept this job, then I'll invite the client here to explain the details in person.
I'm guessing it's Nana.
Then I'll send for her now. Ringo, I suggest you assemble your team.
Thanks for taking my request.
Nana!
What are you doing here?
I ended up crying a lot. I thought about going back to the country, like you said. But I didn't like that idea. It felt like giving up. And I don't want to give up. That's when Madame Ginkgo took me in.
Even if she has no intent to attack anyone, the girl's clearly a powerful summoner. So I've been keeping an eye on her.
Nana, if it's revenge you want, there's something I need to do first. But once that's done...
Well, it's fine. It's not like you killed him. I don't care about revenge anyway. I just want to know who I really am.
You don't know?
I've got this floaty feeling. Like I'm here, but floating. It's like I'm here, but I'm not. And I forget things a lot too. Like the summoner attacks. I want to know what's wrong with me. I don't care about my past. I just want to figure out my present. And I think my dad's at the center of the truth. So, I gotta find out what he was doing.
You're serious?
I need your help.
Okay then. Got that, everyone? This is a formal job now.
Yeah.
We got guts, kid. We're gonna give this case everything we've got. Right, Milady?
Yeah.
Thanks. You seem like good people. But that's enough sappiness. I want you to take me to Mangetsu's hideout. The one in the central line of the abandoned subway.
Ideally, you would search the facility where Mangetsu Kuzunoha and Gen Mayumi originally conducted their research. However...
That's the place Iron Mask attacked.
Yes. As such, Yatagarasu has the entire place locked down.
So the plan is to go to Mangetsu's hideout instead and look for clues.
Yep. I heard you guys had been there once. So it'd be cool if you guys could help me. Take a look around.
Okay. Then let's head out. We'll meet you at the central line of the abandoned subway.
Best of luck. And please, take care of Nana.
Thanks, madam. Okay. Ringo, I'll see you there.
Do you have any other business with... Remember your duties as a summoner.
Alright, I think I'll end things off here for now. And in the next episode, we'll start tearing through the soul matrices, since I need to catch up on those. Yeah, I'll see you guys then. Alright, bye!